The Ultimate Fighting Championship, or UFC, is the premier name in mixed martial arts and the fastest growing sports organization in the world. UFC events showcase highly skilled, conditioned athletes, masters of various combat disciplines, competing inside the Octagon to determine the best fighters in each weight class. Athletic competition and entertainment are at the heart of these events, but the primary and overriding concern is the health and safety of the fighters.
When a fighter signs to fight with the UFC, we have several different medical tests before every fight to make sure the fighters are healthy. They include an ophthalmological test, a sports physical, and if they haven't had one, an MRI of the brain. Of all the major sports, we're the only sport that's regulated by a government.
For licensing, the first thing is you have to meet our minimum medical standards, which is an extensive battery of medical tests to ensure the health and safety of the contestants and fairness in the contest.
The medical team from the commission will give us the answer about his health and to see if everything is okay. The important role we have is to the integrity of the sports and especially the safety of the fighter.
No one's coming into a fight that's not perfectly ready to go. They're thoroughly evaluated by the commission physicians, licensed medical doctors in that state or territory commission that do a full exam and review all of their blood tests again, any other tests that have been submitted, and any medications that the fighters may be on.
We do not ever leave it up to the fighter to say he's fine. The UFC and or the commissions, they're the ones who make the decision if a fighter can fight or not.
The doctors are like, hey, why are you limping, how you feeling, making sure you're not dizzy, flashing lights in your eyes, and they're just making sure that you're healthy.
The UFC does not select the doctors, nor do they select the officials. These are state appointees, licensees of the state, as well as residents and medical licensees of the state.
We're all independent. We're not appointed by the UFC, and if we fail somebody, we're going to fail them.
We are on no side when we do these exams. We're really looking out for the safety of the fighter.
Fighter safety in the UFC is paramount. They're always, checking up on us. To me, that's the sign of the best organization in the world.
Health and safety is our main concern, and we want to make sure that these fighters are medically fit.
UFC competition takes place inside the Octagon, an 8-sided cage designed to be style neutral, favoring no combat discipline over another, which provides the ideal venue for a fair fight. The Octagon was also designed to ensure the safety of the athletes and the spectators. The fencing keeps all high-impact action contained securely within the Octagon. Unlike a boxing ring, there's almost no chance that fighters could end up outside the competition area. While the Octagon doesn't offer any one fighting style the advantage, one advantage it offers to all fighters is safety. At 30 feet in diameter with a standard height of 7.5 feet all the way around and more than 8,000 pounds of aluminum, canvas, rubber, and other materials, everyone who steps into the Octagon can ply their trade in the safest possible environment for mixed martial arts.
The ropes don't contain the combatants. You can go through the ropes or over the ropes. I've seen it tons of times where guys end up on the scorer's table instead of in the fighting area where they should be. The chain link contains the athletes so much better.
Nobody's ever been hurt being forced or rammed up against that fence, and I've seen some big heavyweights drive an opponent, with 500 and 600 pounds going into that fence, and thank goodness it was there so that they didn't fall out.
Keeps you in a safe environment, a controlled environment, so the ref has full control of the fight and is able to stop it or break it up at any given time without having fighters falling out onto people and on tables and stuff like that.
The different seams where the Octagon comes together are completely padded with the most resilient possible material, so there's never been a problem that way with somebody getting cut.
The fence is protected with a rubber coating on it, so if you do a takedown and let's say your back gets scraped across the fence as you're being taken down, you're not going to get cut open.
If you went up and you rubbed your hand or you rubbed the side of your face on that cage, you're not going to get the teeniest, tiniest of scratches.
In my opinion and in my experience with New Jersey, I'm much more comfortable with the cage as the fighting surface area because a cage is the safest environment for the fighters.
With more than 1,600 individual fights held over the last 10 years, the safety record of the UFC is undisputed. There has never been a death or serious injury to a UFC fighter in competition. More than anything else the organization has accomplished over the last decade, this fact is our proudest achievement and truest definition of success.